How do park factors influence baseball ground outs and fly outs? Imagine stepping into a baseball stadium and knowing that the field itself can change how often players get ground outs or fly outs. It might sound surprising, but the environment around the ballpark really shapes these stats. Park factors are the elements of a stadium that influence how the ball behaves when hit. These include the size of the field, the height of the fences, the altitude, weather, and even the design of the stadium. All these things can make a big difference in whether a ball stays in the park or leaves it. Let's start with the basics. Ground outs happen when a batter hits a ball on the ground that the infielder catches and throws to first base for an out. Fly outs are when a batter hits a ball in the air that a fielder catches before it hits the ground. The likelihood of these outs depends a lot on where the game is played. For example, a large outfield like at Comerica Park gives fly balls more space to stay in play, which can reduce the number of fly outs that turn into home runs. On the other hand, smaller parks like Fenway Park with short fences tend to turn more fly balls into home runs, which means fewer fly outs are recorded because the ball leaves the park. Altitude is another big factor. Parks at higher elevations, such as Coors Field in Denver, have thinner air. This thinner air causes the ball to travel farther because there is less resistance. So, at Coors Field, fly balls that might be caught in other parks can turn into home runs or extra base hits. This reduces the number of fly outs in those stadiums. But the same thin air also affects how pitches move, which can make it easier for batters to make solid contact and influence the ratio of ground outs to fly outs. Weather conditions also matter. Warm temperatures and high humidity help the ball carry farther, which can turn what could be a fly out into a hit or a home run. Wind blowing outwards can push fly balls over the fences, reducing fly outs, while wind blowing in can keep balls in the park, increasing the chance of fly outs. The size of foul territory is also important. Larger foul areas give fielders more room to catch foul pop-ups, increasing fly outs. Smaller foul areas mean more foul balls land in the stands, which do not count as outs and can lower the number of fly outs recorded. When comparing players across different parks and eras, park factors are essential. A player might seem to have a high flyout rate, but if they play in a park that turns many fly balls into home runs, their true ability might be different. Similarly, pitchers in parks with big infields or fast artificial turf might induce more ground outs because ground balls are turned into outs more easily. Adjusting for park factors helps analysts see the real skill of players, not just how the environment influences their stats. Knowing how park factors work helps teams and fans understand the game better. If a hitter has a high flyout rate in a park that favors home runs, they might actually be a strong hitter. For pitchers, parks with large outfields can lead to more ground outs because it's harder for batters to hit fly balls over fences. This information guides scouting, game strategy, and even betting decisions. In the end, park factors influence ground outs and fly outs by changing how balls travel, where they land, and how often they are caught or leave the park. These factors are key to understanding batting metrics and comparing players fairly across different stadiums and time periods.